Please welcome Screen Actors Guild Award and BAFTA nominee and Golden Globe winner, Taron Egerton.
Thank you.
Great to see you. I want to talk about Golden Globe night. It was so exciting to see you up on that stage. Is the whole thing a blur? Do you have memories of what happened that night?
Oh, well, I drank quite a lot of vodka, so...
Good.
No, yeah, it was wonderful. I was lucky enough to be able to bring my family and my partner, and that was a really lovely thing. And it was, you know, a memory that we all shared together, albeit under quite severe jet lag, but
really?
it was amazing, an amazing night. You know, I'm from like a really rural part of the UK. I'm from the middle of Wales, and you know, the Golden Globe, bit of Welsh in there somewhere, was it? You know, the Golden Globes feels like something that happens to other people. So to be there, to be nominated was incredible amongst some incredible actors, but to win was just, you know, it was extraordinary, really wonderful.
I loved the fact when I looked at some of the photos from that night that you said you had your...
I looked really good that night.
You looked
really
good. Yeah. You had with you your two half-sisters. I don't know how old they are, but they looked like 8.
They're not half-sisters, they're my full sisters.
There you go. What was it like to see it through their eyes?
Yeah, it's always really strange, I feel, particularly, you know, like with children, with kids, you know, I always say to my mum, is it cool? Do you mind them? You know, I don't want to, because you don't want to overexpose kids to all that lunacy, but also, like, every now and then it feels like fun, you know, and actually it was so stressful because, you know, my younger sister, Mary, is just turned 7, and she insisted on carrying the globe all night. I was like, my God, she's going to drop it. So stressful, but you know, it was really truly wonderful, and yeah, it just makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? Experiencing it with the people you care about.
There's so much that you do as Elton in Rocket Man that is so thrilling to watch. There's extreme intimate scenes. There's, of course, all the singing that you've done. But the part that really made me smile the most was the dancing. I loved watching you dance in this movie.
Yeah. What I lack in technical prowess, I make up for with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like if you can't do it properly, just go for it.
Was that up there on like the days that were the most daunting for you, the dancing stuff? How did it all rate?
Do you know, I mean, I feel like I'd love to claim that it was this great labor and hard work every day, and I plowed my soul. I just loved it. I had the best time. It was so much fun, you know. And dancing is not something I've ever really done, but, you know, dancing's like singing. You don't have to be able to sing to be a good singer. You know, and you don't have to be able to dance to be a good dancer. It's about expression, and if you do it with all your heart and soul, people will connect and identify with it, and you'll enjoy it. And I'm, I'm a shining example of that when it comes to dancing. Yeah, you know, I suppose the most dancing I do in it is probably Saturday Nights Are Out for Fighting, and it wasn't like particularly choreographed, certainly not my part of it, but you know, that bit of the movie is about a young guy who has this incredible God-given musical talent, and it's all about him imbibing this external stimuli and making it a part of his creative output. And so I just sort of tried to have a good time and enjoy it, and yeah.
So anyone who saw the movie Sing and heard you sing I'm Still Standing knows that you were already pretty adept at singing Elton John songs. But my understanding is that you did like a first pass of a lot of the songs for Rocket Man, but then later on you did a second pass at them, which a lot of the stuff that we hear in the movie is the second pass, which was something that you felt more confident with. What switch flipped in you between the first pass of the vocals and the second pass of the vocals?
Well, I think musical theatre when it's at its best is, it's just an extension of the spoken word. So, one of the best ways of describing musical theatre I ever heard was that, you sing in character when the spoken word is no longer sufficient. And I feel like... Sorry, what was your question? I've lost my train of thought.
Well, just the first pass versus the second.
Yes, right. Okay, sorry. No, I am a professional. I am. Yeah, the thing is that when you are... We basically recorded the songs as a kind of a bare bones version of them. And then when you arrive on set, when acting is good, you're surprising yourself and you're surprised by the other actors, what is offered to you in the environment. So inevitably that will condition the vocal performance, which is why we then had to go back and re-record them. Yeah.
So of this whole experience, what has turned out to be the most surprising outcome? I mean,
I'm best friends with Elton John.
There's that. There's that.
Do you know who's Elton?
There's also the SAG Award nomination where the other 4 nominees are 2 Oscar winners and 2 Oscar nominees. There's the Grammy nomination. I mean, did that make your head explode?
Yeah, the Grammy nomination especially, that's never one that I entertained. But, it's wonderful. I just feel like the luckiest man alive. I feel very lucky to be portraying someone that I have, when I was 17, I auditioned for drama school. Fun fact, I was at drama school with Cynthia Erivo. I auditioned, when you audition for RADA, you are asked to sing a song, whether you can sing or not, it doesn't matter if you can sing, it's about performing, acting through song. And I sang your song for my drama school audition. So yeah. Can we remove that guy from the... Is there security?
So here's the most important question. Are we going to be hearing you sing with Elton on the Oscar ceremony on February 9th?
I actually haven't been formally asked.
Should he do it? Should he do it?
No. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Something to look forward to, hopefully. Taron Egerton, ladies and gentlemen. Hang out right there for a second. All right, before Taron comes back with the rest of the group, we've got one more phenomenal actress to talk to. It's Taylor Russell from one of my favorite movies, Waves. Here's a clip from the movie.